Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Life of Wonders. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, my name is Polo and I love making videos of dolls, toys and Disney collectibles. And as always, if you like this kind of content and you feel like supporting the channel, well, feel more than welcome to subscribe to it, and that way you will not be missing out on any of my future videos. Now today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing in detail the very last doll as part of the Ultimate Princess Celebration series, which is Sleeping Beauty as Briar Rose. And I know it's been quite some time since its original release, and I have to admit that I didn't buy her straight away just because, well, simply because I couldn't connect with the doll as much. But I decided to give it a go. And here she is, so I'm very excited about it and will be inspecting her closely. Now, I have to say before I proceed that despite my personal thoughts and opinion about it, I always would like to be not just grateful for the team that made it possible, but in this particular case, very respectful towards the designer behind this doll, because I truly appreciate, well, first of all, that we get new creations that involve our beloved characters, but also I very much appreciate the risky choices, because if it wasn't for those risky choices, then everything would be just so very boring. So yeah, just again, I could have a personal opinion, but that doesn't categorize this doll inferior or superior or anything like that. So just wanted to make that clear. So anyway, here we have the box, which this time around it has a purple touch to it, and then the ombre effect of it being lighter in the middle with the Disney Designer Collection logo, and then going darker towards the edges. And then they've incorporated a rose motif, both at the top and at the bottom, and then the icon this time is Aurora's crown, which I like very much, and I also like the way it shows on the inside of the box. Now the limited edition or limited number of this doll is 5500, so it's about half the original or the first designer dolls as part of this collection. For the second ones, such as the second Tiana, the second Sleeping Beauty, or the second Ariel, they only released 5500. And I understand that probably these dolls didn't sell as well, just simply because they are incredibly creative and with a perspective that goes so beyond our classic depiction of these princesses. And so I understand that a lot of people might not have connected with them as much, but again, these are art pieces in my opinion, so as any other piece of art, it should be evaluated like so. So anyway, this is the front of the box. Then on both sides we have rose motif and briar rose written, you know, in a very similar manner. Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've done a review like this. And now I will show you the back of the box. Well, you know what this means, right? Because I have just completed the collection with all 15 different Disney princesses, I will be doing a video in which I will give you my final ranking of them. Again, that is a very personal ranking and it doesn't relate to how wonderful each one is individually. But anyway, you should be expecting that very soon. So on the back we have a picture of the designer, which this time around is Richard Chan, and I will be reading out loud a bit of the background piece My goodness, what's going on with the camera? Okay, I will get close like that. It's always been a bit difficult to read because of the colors that they've chosen. But anyway, here we go. So, Disney Designer Collection is proud to introduce the Ultimate Princess Celebration, a limited edition monthly series carefully crafted by artists across the Walt Disney Company. Each doll celebrates a Disney princess and a designer inspired by our heroine's story. This one of a kind collection is destined to be a keepsake for fans and collectors alike. Richard Chan was born in Taiwan, and at a young age, he and his family moved to South Africa, where he grew up. He received his degree in fashion design at London Central St. Martin's School and later worked in Paris, which inspired his creative ethos to challenge norms and innovate in innovative ways. Um, that's amazing. That's again, this shows how really well prepared each individual designer is. So for all the people who've just said you know anyway, they just chose random or favorites or whatever. I don't think so. I mean, every single one of them has been carefully selected to make this possible, and they have an amazing background, so they perfectly know what they're doing. And not only that, they might be behind most of the other merchandise that we love as well, because they work for this section of Disney. So I mean, they definitely know their way around it. Um, he now works in Shanghai as a fashion designer for the product development team at Disney. You see, Richard's earliest memories of Disney was when his parents brought home a VHS tape of Sleeping Beauty. As a 6 years old, he remembers being captivated by the story and Gothic inspired design. Aurora's story of being born in one place and being whisked away to another life, far from her home, resonated with his own life in moving to a different country at a young age. When given the chance to work on a dress for Aurora as Briar Rose, he wanted to interpret the look as if she was designed the gown with her taste and worldview. For Briar Rose, a forest maiden, Richard imagined that nature would inspire her design. The dress color takes cues from the subtle tones of flowers embellished with petal-like embroidery, creating an elegant ensemble. My goodness, I'm very excited. So, right now, I will show you how she is displayed inside of the box. Yay! So here she is. I have to say that the first thoughts that come into my mind are high fashion. It's very high fashion. It's very, very elegant. Um, and then we have Aurora wearing a super high fashion ensemble, which is crazy. It's crazy cool. So on the one side we have the pamphlet with the sketch of the design, which is so very cute, I have to say. I wish that this was actually a bigger poster of a sort. And then here we have the certificate of authenticity, and then this time around the window display shows a candelabra on this side, and then the background, it appears to be, just in the forest, but with well, King Stephen Castle, I guess, in the um right up corner, and then some trees. It's very beautiful, and then she actually stands out pretty well, taking into account that the colors are very similar to what she's wearing. Anyway, so I'll give you a closer look at her before I remove her from the box, and then I will proceed from there. Well, and here she is, and wow. I mean, yeah, breathtaking. It's true that I have to disconnect myself a bit from how I picture Briar Rose, but only because this is a very creative take on her. But if I do that and I look at her with that open-minded perspective, then she truly is breathtaking and very, very pretty. And I also have to say that the background chosen this time, I just love it. In fact, I think I like it better than the previous one that was like on the inside of the castle. This time I just love that they've kept the style of the animation for the grounds, and the pastel colors, the nude colors are super cool. And then she's perfectly framed by it in a very soft way. So that's really, really beautiful. So I will proceed to take her carefully out of it, and then I will give you the close-up details. All right, so here she is, and this doll is gorgeous, you guys. I mean, she is exquisite. I am very happy that I decided to add her to my collection, because seriously, she does not disappoint. If once again you can disconnect from the idealized depiction of, like, a more direct depiction of Aurora as Briar Rose or whatever, but if you look at her as an art piece, wow, she's serving a lot. And she could definitely be a gold label Barbie, in my opinion, just out of the fabrics that have been used, the creative layout. Yeah, my goodness. Seriously, I was not expecting it to impact me so much, but it has. And then there are so many different elements that you cannot even appreciate unless you actually take it out of the box. Such as, for example, the way I'm displaying the fashion piece or robe, cloak piece that she's wearing, just open like so, to be like huge, sort of like fashion piece. It was just basically hidden in the back, so you cannot see these details and many other details that I will show in just a bit. But again, she really is breathtaking in person, so I will be getting close to her. And the face sculpt is the same as they used before, but the makeup is totally different. I would say, and I've always felt as if this version was a more mature version of Aurora when compared to the other one, because she's not using as vibrant colors, which are more associated with youth, in my opinion. Um, but nonetheless, she's just beautiful, and I love that they use these different colors. It's something so different. I can actually still see, uh, the sculpt of Aurora very much. So, I mean, to me, she doesn't look like a Barbie, because Barbie has like a complete different face sculpt. It has the shape of Aurora, but this time, obviously, they added the thick eyebrows that are more accurate to current times. And then she, of course, has the purple eyes and rooted eyelashes that have just about the right length, I would say. And then this nude or very toned down makeup with smoky eyes. I just love it, really. I mean, So beautiful. This time around, haha, is shorter than it was before. I think that the other one has the length up until around there. And then it's heavily gelled to have those like swirls and curls or waves hanging down. Um, which is something I'm not sure how I feel about it. I might wash it or maybe not. I mean, from the front, it looks pretty cool. From the back, it's a bit more messy. I guess it depends on how each doll has been placed in the box. But from the front, it looks pretty cool. Right, so that is for the face, which is, I mean, she looks so beautiful. Then she has that one earring, which I think is a fashion statement that's very unique because on the other one, she doesn't even have the ear pierced. So we have this one earring that has the shape of two little roses, and one of them is hanging down. It's actually made out of metal and it's removable. And then she has this hair applique, which I actually associate so very much, not just with a high fashion show, but one of these like motifs that are used for like royal weddings. And at the end of the day, she's a princess, so um I really don't see it out of place, of her wearing something like that. And it's very delicate. It's actually placed in position with a couple of ties, and then it's made out of metal for placing the butterflies in different positions. And the butterflies are made out of fabric. So as I said, it's a very delicate and intricate piece, which I love. So we could have expected it to be just like, the one piece of plastic, but in fact they use metal and fabric for the butterflies in a very pale shade of pink. Her hair color is a mix of, it's a very natural hair color that would have a bit of like ash tones as well as gold tones all combined. So I think there are two different tones of blonde that again feel very realistic, and also the kind of color that we can expect from um Briar Rose as such, if you watch the animation in a way. So that is for the face. And then as we move down, well, and the hair, as we move down, we find this incredible outfit that is composed of two pieces. So at first lots of people were saying that she was wearing a kimono, but obviously this is not a kimono. It's more of um like a robe or a cloak of some sort. It makes me think of, a classic Hollywood era in which all the divas were wearing these, sort of like floaty robes backstage. It makes me picture it in that sort of like scenario, but of course this is also for showing, so it's much more than that. It's actually a fashion piece to show, but it has that classic elegance of the yeah, the golden years of Hollywood, in my opinion. And then the colors are super beautiful. It has the ombre effect with more saturated areas towards the front that actually fade off or fade away as it goes up and down to a very pale, almost white towards the edges. And then this beautiful embroidery of petals with silver thread, which is very beautiful and very delicate because embroidery doesn't feel heavy at all, and that is something I truly like. And then we can find the petals as well, like printed on both sleeves. And then this piece is open both in the front and on the back, and that is why you can place it like so, you know, as I placed it. But then you can close it as well, and then it will have some sort of a trail with a beautiful different pattern that relates to this one, but it's different, you'll see. So in this one is like a flower that's blooming with all the petals, and then the rhinestones are in pink, just accentuating the whole shape of it. um and then now I will show you the back of it. First of all, I have to advise you that, well, I use a generic stand, because I feel that these stands are much better, or at least for this one in particular, than the saddle stands that were used as part of the collection, which were, I don't know, a bit difficult at times. I don't think they were as supporting for a few of the girls. Anyway, so this is the way. Well, the hair is a bit of a mess from the back. That's what I tried to say before, because it's heavily gelled and then it's parted to be, you know, displayed on both sides. But as you can see, you can close this rope, and when you close it, you get this other pattern, which is beautiful. It has a trail like so, and it's just so beautiful. With the petals, the embroidery, it's very, very delicate, and of course it can be open in you know, generating two different trails, and then the petals from the inside of the design, the rest of the dress actually show as well. So I think this is a really nice piece, and it opens all the way up. So I mean, I think this is very unique. It's made out of this organza material, and it's all lined on the inside. So again, the quality is superb, and I think it looks amazing. I am going to remove it so we can appreciate the inner dress much better. So I'll do that and I'll get back to you in no time. Okay, so here we have it, and as I was saying, this is breathtaking. It really is, and it caught me by surprise, and that's why I started the video saying that despite my own opinions, I wanted to be grateful and respectful of the designer, because I thought I wouldn't connect with it as much, but I have to recognize that the dress, the outfit, the ensemble, the whole design, it's wow. It's really amazing. Um anyway, she could have just come with this outfit on its own, because it's just so beautiful, and the design of it, the cut, the intricacy that's added, again, one of the most intricate, I would say. um in a way, it is one of the most intricate and delicate as well. So anyway, it's this sort of like very tight dress that has like a cross sort of like pattern. um I mean, it has this sort of like art deco references as well, or yeah, I would say. But then it has these openings on the top part, and then this part over here. Seriously, that is so elegant and sexy at the same time. And then it has this high color with the ruffle bit. The ombre effect is just perfect. And then from here, it has this asymmetric or these, you know, I don't know how to call it. I don't think it's asymmetric as such, but it has a modern cut to it from this side, and then from here, this ombre effect of petals made out of the same organza material. I think no, it's a bit thicker, than the one found here. This is the piece that I just took, which is amazing. This piece is just like so beautiful, as you can see. But anyway, this is the front part of it. She looks so beautiful, and then if we move her around, we can see, which is something I like very much as well. I think this is quite risky and very cool. The back is like all exposed like so, and then there is this other cut that is higher up from where the rest of the petals hang down. And seriously, so beautiful. And then one of my favorite, but seriously, I have so many favorites here. Like, I love the earring, I love the dress, I love the tunic. And then these shoes from the front, you would see, okay, strappy heels in like a silvery or pearly color. But then if you contemplate them from the side, these are probably the most, like, my favorite. These are my favorite right now. First of all, it's just not one solid color in a pearly shade, but it's like another ombre effect from a pearly white to a pearly pink. And then the heels are actually this you know like, it's almost like part of like nature. It Well, there are two bunnies, of course, but the way they are connected, it's like if the shoes were like little trees, I think. From or on which these bunnies are actually supported, and they are so beautiful. I love them to pieces, and I think these quite possibly are my favorite shoes. Something you wouldn't expect from the front, something you cannot appreciate if you don't take it out. But yeah, once again, very delicate, very nicely done. So yeah, I just couldn't be happier. Which again, it really caught me by surprise, and I hope that I'm just showing everything in a way that it's also, I don't know, make you have like a different um approach to these pictures. uh Actually, to this doll from the pictures that we all seen, that were used as promotional pictures. So anyway, this has been the review of this beautiful Aurora doll as Briar Rose as part of the Ultimate Princess Celebration series. I very much hope that you've enjoyed navigating through the details with me, and if so, well, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think about it. And definitely expect a whole ranking video in which I will be ranking all 15 princesses now that I have them all. So anyway, for now, I just hope you are safe and having a great time. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.